Hey everyone, good morning. Sorry for the weird audio issues. Just me trying to set this up. Mic should be working and everything. Background music should be working. Of course. I always try to double check the mic because, you know, there's been those times where I just keep talking and nobody can hear me for the first minute. Rachel, morning dub. Morning Rachel. Lazy DC says good morning to everyone. Hello Lazy DC. Hello Martin. Nice to see you here. Iva says hey yo. Dub should have this build done in about 30 minutes from now, I suppose. I don't think I've ever finished a build within the first 30 minutes. Keep in mind, like, the first 10 minutes is like placing down birdhouses, rose bushes, the badges. That's what it feels like anyways. And crane bots and stuff. But you're right, Ives. This build should be done very quickly. That's my expectation as well. Maybe it'll be the fastest build yet, we'll see. Spartan says hello dub, top 10. I doubt it, but I am still very surprised that I supposedly got top 10 on the last competition, the sushi boat one. We'll see if that actually sticks, you know, once they post the spreadsheet or once they distribute the rewards. But this is more of a windmill meta. I don't have the bright winds, I don't have salt stations. Yeah, on these type of metas I don't do top 10. But I'll be really shocked if I get it, you know. Also keep in mind, like last competition we knew XG wasn't participating. I think he's on this competition, I'm not sure. So like if XG was to participate I wouldn't even have gotten top 10, so there's that. Definitely I will try. I say try my best. I mean, I go with the first design I create most of the time, unless it's terrible. Jukesies, hello. Mary NG, morning. 28, hello as well. Aspie says good luck to all of you. Hello, Aspie. Carmela Montanara, hello. Good evening from Switzerland. Huey29 says hi dub, hello. Oakenshield says good morning. Wilson also says good morning. And Herps, hi all, just got home in time. Good luck, have fun. Hello Herps, welcome. 5 minutes to go for the competition. Of course I was in my practice town. I can't leak my finished build 30 minutes before the well, I can't leak it until like 30 minutes after the competition starts. That'll be when I finish, right? According to Ives, that'll only take me 30 minutes. Probably will take me like 45 minutes if I had to guess. And that's like, that would be a really good time. It's gonna be a very cheap build. I'm not gonna do glass bottles on this one. I think I'm just gonna sell the garlic and maybe flour, but I probably should be fine just selling garlic. And so I set up my twin tractors, the garlic fields, the tree farms, and then the lumber production and the storages, right? So I can get the wood, lumber, and energy to just quickly build everything. So yeah, this will maybe be my fastest build, but we'll see. It just depends on how I set it up. But yeah, no glass rush on this one. I don't see the need to. Citizen says cheap, speedy build. Yeah, for sure. Rahif says good morning, Dub, and everyone. Hello, Rahif. Hello, Girl Gamer. Merry game day. Good luck to all. We got like 2 minutes to go. Do I have some other audio in the background, or is that maybe that's coming from the outside? I don't know what that was. It's like some beeping. Zbor says good morning and good luck everyone. Hello Zbor. Jaco, yo dog dub, good morning. Hello Jaco. Make sure to do your daily challenge if you haven't done it already with the white rice. I already knocked that out. Master Team says good luck all. Hello, Master Team. For the people still wondering, no Gala rewards. They're well, no Gala rewards yet. They're still delayed. I mean, I know people kept asking that. I mean, I haven't gotten my Gala rewards from the competition that happened 2 weeks ago. No, Martin, it's not a mom. Maybe it was a car. Damaris, hello. Mumuku, hello, hello. Good luck all. You know what's interesting is that you still get like the distributions from Champions Arena and Eternal Paradox. So I really don't know what the deal is with the distributions on Townstar, and maybe potentially the distribution for Vexley Villages will get delayed, but who knows? Competition should be starting in half a minute. It's the present box meta. That's the one that hasn't been paid out. Yeah. Yeah, present box. And the one that we just finished, which was Sushi Boats. Oh, I did not update this little part, but that's fine. But obviously we're doing garlic breadsticks meta right now. Jarmod, hello. Glory garlic dub. Here we go. Started. Hint, just flour? Yeah, you could, some people would just do flour rush. I mean, it does take up wood, which I will use to build other stuff, but it's not that bad. But I think I could get all the cash I need from just garlic. My build is probably, it actually is cheaper than the no NFT build, I think. Because, what is this? Oh, that's how the NFT looks like? I didn't even know that. Did they even put it on the store? I don't remember seeing that in the store. I had never seen that image until now. I have NFTs for like the bakeries and stuff, so obviously I don't have to pay to build those. So that's why I think it's cheaper than my no NFT build. And that's assuming I use the Stars and Stripes NFT as well, which I guess I'll use. Might as well. Alright. First, I want to plan out part of this road where I can do the garlic rush and some of these roads. Spotted roads. So I have an idea of where to put my tractors. And I mean, thankfully this isn't covered up with trees, so it's easy enough to do here. Alright, so like the first 2 minutes is probably placing roads. I don't need the oil seep, so I will sell that, in addition to like most of the buildings they start us up with. How's the heat? Are we gonna hear robot voice again? Yeah, I have no idea why that happened last time. I didn't even have the fan on. Not that bad. I mean, we have the AC on like pretty much all the time here, so don't have to deal with the heat. And it still gets kind of hot, but like it's not bad indoors. Alright, that's good. Get rid of all that. So So I'll have some regular tractors, but I will also have my twin tractors. Twin right there. Go ahead and turn on these skins. Okay. And now I can put the garlic farms. Took me 4 minutes to get here. All right. Let me sell some gas. The garlic farms take like a whole minute to build. In the meantime, put this on. And I think I can set up the birdhouses. And tavern, and over here I'll do the dragon. Well, I would put it there, but I can't afford to clear that tree. So I'll have to move the dragon eventually. And I can't even put the birdhouses here because, once again, I can't afford to remove that tree. I will go ahead and put garlic on the auto sell. Get rid of that one. Get rid of some of this. Yeah, I can get rid of this tree now too. Keep putting the birdhouses. Put some more cash now. I'm gonna put the oopsie right there. And stars and stripes. I just don't want them to get in the way. I think that would be a good spot, if I remember correctly. Oh, I don't have the giant Christmas tree on me. That's in the good library. It's fine. Can put 2 crane bots here for the time being. So I'm doing some of the roads first, and between where my windmills will go. Once I put these roads down, I will do the badges. Clear this, okay. But let me do circus first, just so I have the right placement. Right, then I can do the badges, because that really does impact my rate. Sea Money, hello, welcome. I'll go ahead and put up my trees. I really should have more garlic, even if it's temporary. That would be the smarter play, since I'm using that for cash anyways. So probably once I'm done setting up the tree farms, I will do that. Do things out of order as usual. And I don't believe I need to rotate these tree farms because they're already facing south. I don't even have the lumberjacks down yet, and we're already past the 10-minute mark. The legendary water towers, I'm using them to provide passive water to what will be the salt fields. Let's see, for the time being, I can have a little bit of extra garlic fields. And these 5 over here are supposed to be garlic fields anyways. Or garlic farms. So let's run. Let's do this. Probably could do more than that. But next I should focus on wood and lumber. The most compact lumber production ever right here. I don't even have the Hatchet Hank family down yet. That's gonna go down here. My guess is by the time I finish my build, people will be done with their garlic rush. And they'll just have to wait a little bit for some money, maybe. They'll probably get all the money they need. You guys will probably get all the money you need by the time you set it up. These fountains are for much later. Just figured I'd set them up now. And much later is like, what, 20 minutes from now anyways? But that they're going to provide the passive water to the Italian restaurants. A greenhouse would actually help speed up my tractor, so I'll go ahead and put that down now. I do still need the rose bushes. Those would be set up over here. Let me finish placing down some more roads. I see I'm making a little bit too much garlic for my one dragon to handle now, so I will place down the second dragon where it's actually supposed to go. Let's put this here for the time being. And energy storage, where the storehouse will be eventually, so it's easy to replace. Okay. Of course, another circus right here. And there will actually be another circus right there. Are you doing this alongside Vexy? I mean, I suppose I am participating in the Vexy event. I don't think I even claimed the points this morning, so I'll check that once I'm done here. The last I checked, I was ranked 300 something. So I'm not like really trying hard on that, but for the time being, I'll give it some effort. That means I would win like at least 75 Gala, right? Some days when I actually do play Champions Arena, I can get like 100 Gala in one day. So like the 75 Gala from a week in Vexy villages is not like a big deal to me. But I think I said before, like for Vexy villages, at least in its current state, I don't think I'll put a lot of effort. I'll play it a little bit. Like, to be honest, I have more fun playing Eternal Paradox, but Eternal Paradox is way more time consuming. And I've been playing Eternal Paradox like very casually the past 2 or 3 seasons. That's all the rose bushes. So what, that took like 17 minutes to place down all the birdhouses, rose bushes, badges. Already making lumber and wood and energy. I can start building stuff. I suppose I can start building the windmills. Those are the cheapest. I'm mostly getting lumber though. That's okay. Still get a little bit of wood on the side. And really what I should be doing is building the loggers, not the windmills. So let me do that. And I will also put down temporary lumberjacks. That would be a better idea. There we go. That's a crazy amount of lumberjacks. Why not? And those 2 tractors I need to build over here. Actually, I need to build 4 tractors. It's gonna be 2 more over here. This is that one scenario where I don't have enough garage NFTs for all the tractors, so I need extra tractors, which is completely fine. Doesn't happen all the time. I think that's right. Dang it. All the milk barns are NFTs, so for the time being, I can just put some crane bots here. And I will put some here as well. And look at all that wood and lumber and energy. That's not going to be a problem at all. I don't think I can build fast enough then. But the Italian restaurants will take up all the cash though, I know that. Put a solar panel here. This helps a little bit with the energy. Turkey statue and Lucy for later. Okay. Guess I will build the other windmills. Most of these windmills will be making salts, of course. Have to wait for that to finish. No, actually, might screw things up a little bit, but oops. I'd rather have the Tesla coil right here. Homeboy Gaming, hello, good day, good luck. Same to you, homeboy. Assuming you're doing over 1,000? Yes, for sure, over 1,000. For sure. I think top 25 rate would be at least 800 per hour. Would be my guess. Top 10 would probably, well, what could be top 10, right? Like Spartan thinks maybe I'll get top 10. I don't really think so in this case. Not really sure actually. I do have a very good rate. Don't think it's a top 10 rate though. Oh, I keep forgetting this. I don't have to build this windmill. So I have a sugarcane stand there. And then the 4th sugarcane stand will go here, but I'll add that later once these are done. Okay, so stuff's getting built. I still have some cash that'll all get wasted on the Italian restaurants later. For the time being, I have 8 tiny bakeries, and I will obviously use them all. The big space saver and cash saver, and I placed it wrong. Let me try again. Yeah, but 8 tiny bakeries has basically the power of about 10 bakeries, because they do have a lower craft time. And they take up way less space. This basically saves like 8 spots minimum. Actually, it saves more spots, because you have to consider the movements, like how close you can have it to the storehouse. These are all close to the storehouse that will house the milk and salt. Yeah, mostly milk and salt there. And I will have 4 more over here. Don't think I rotated these. Yeah, I'll go ahead and turn them on as well. Obviously, all making butter, since that's what the meta is. I'll turn on the ones making flour also. It's not going to make flour until I put down the wheat stands. Okay, I'll turn on the ones making salt as well. Why not? Am I building anything? No? Wow. Let me not waste time and start building more stuff. Yeah, those are expensive. What can you do, really? I mean, I have some vending machines. I guess that'll make it a little cheaper. Tiny bit cheaper. Now's a good time to turn on guided blades for more lumber. And get rid of that. Guess I can put the sugar stations, and I can just sell the sugar. I probably could start making butter and doing that for cash. Let me see, because damn, those do build fast. Well, I'm almost done, so I just keep working on this. Martin says annoying VPN lag, but I don't want to put a VPN on. You have to have it on, huh? Because of the whole locked in your region thing. I'll turn on the windmills making sugar as well. Waste some of the wood, but I should be fine. I don't have the windmill NFTs on yet. Yeah, some of these don't have the sugarcane yet because I don't have the sugarcane stand there. I'll wait a little bit longer to place that. That one's gonna be Fontana. Huge space saver. Like, yeah, I need so many Italian restaurants, and this just cuts the number in half. So a massive space saver. I don't think I even needed to sell flour. I'm about to finish building all these. Actually, I might need like a little bit more cash. Okay, yeah, I need more to build one more. Should be it. Okay, so I will go ahead and start placing the barns. Should not even need to rotate them. Not sure I need VPN, but seeing some sites want to know more than they should need, like Gala. Ah, okay. Gala does check your location, yeah, as far as I know, every time you log in. Oh, and every time you make a purchase too. Yeah, they'll track your location. To be fair, basically every site does that. Every single site. So as we all know, no ocean. I am going to be using my salty salt fields to get me all the brine required for this, for all the salt, for all the butter. I could have used Haunted Maison 3, but this makes me more brine just because the salty salt fields are faster. That's probably like the only way I can, well, make a crazy amount of butter and stuff, right? Because of the salty salt fields. Use cone 3? What do you mean, Jacob? What did that mean? What's that mean? It'll be 30 minutes in. Not done in 30 minutes. Thought so. Almost there though. Zone 3. Yeah, I could have used zone 3. It wouldn't have been as good as this though. So I didn't use it. Somebody in the guild library, my supporters only guild, is using it. I deleted the wrong thing. Oh wow. As long as it's not a nuke. And placing these down, like, it lags the game. Alright, I'll go ahead and put down the wheat stand so I can start getting flour for the garlic. I'm like very close to finishing. What do those buildings actually need? Energy? Yeah, they need energy. I'm still making energy, so I could also have just put like a solar panel here somewhere. Actually, I think I can still do that. Yeah, so that road, I'll put it back later. I can put the solar panel here for the time being. The positioning of the ATVs, I guess as long as they're facing the barns. Those crane bots are still building, I suppose. These would be salt fields once that's done. This spot can be the twin tractor. I just happen to have it here. And you see the lag also? Or your lag. I still have the trade depot here. That's supposed to be a logger house. I don't know, for some reason I just ignored the trade depot. And I know I still have this dragon over here that's not really supposed to be here. Hopefully that doesn't screw stuff over. There we go. The brine rate is crazy. I don't think I can even make garlic anymore. Or store garlic. So let's start making salts. Oh, that one was already on. So what? These are... most of them were already on? Some of them were already on. I guess I just forgot to turn on the other ones. I need to turn on more of these to make the garlic breadsticks because I think I only turned on one of them. So close. Might be an under 40-minute finish, which might be the fastest that I can remember. Lag, it's broken up. Stop, move, stop, move, stop, move. That clear? I'm moving so fast that it just lags more. Like, it doesn't even rotate them as much as I want them to. Is this one rotated correctly? It's not. Almost. So I have 2 rare bakery NFTs still. I just never got rid of them. They're probably like really cheap now. I don't need stars and stripes no more, so I will add that to the guild library. Make more butter. Butter, butter. I think everything's built by now. So the reason I had the town hall here is to provide 1 extra passive water to this salt field. I'm gonna assume I don't need the lumber anymore. I didn't go and double check. Barns. As the coil gets replaced with the sugarcane stand, so I can keep making the rest of the sugarcane. And there's one more storehouse right here. Does that look right? Is that it? 38 minutes if we don't count the effect cards. They still need to turn on. I could take the vending machines off. I mean, they're not hurting anyone, but it's whatever. So faster tractor. The legendary Grazia Ristorante, very important. the windmill NFTs. I need to look for the other one here, right there. Silo, I suppose. Oh, and the hasty Italian restaurant chef. Okay. Should be everything. I guess we can say it's a 39-minute finish, assuming I did everything correctly. I am making garlic breadsticks. I have plenty to sell. Let me actually set up my auto sell. But let's say it's a 39-minute finish. That should definitely be my fastest build ever. I really should not be overproducing brine. Eventually I will use it all, so I don't think I need to sell it. Let's skip it for now and see what happens. Most of this stuff I should put 30 and not 25, just in case, you know? So let me just switch that to 30. I have plenty of storage space. Same thing with garlic. Oh, garlic breadsticks, obviously I'll sell it at 25. Milk at 30. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Salt. Sugar. And is that it? It's not a lot of items, like I said on the video, on the build showcase. Is that just for your cash rush, Martin, by the way? The setup you were talking about? I am using 2 wheat stands for this because I have flour on both sides. Ideally, I would just have 1 legendary wheat stand covering all the windmills that I need, but this design just ended up being like this. And I mean, it works, so that's fine. 210th place. This is a one competition where I don't do, like, I don't go for first place for a few minutes. Milk and flour, okay. Even though milk's not cash boosted, but I suppose you can set it up with your wheat stand and stuff. Some of these rotations might be off. Let me check the picture I take of my build. But yeah, 39-minute finish should be the fastest I've ever completed a build. And this is assuming it's correct, which it should be. Kind of hard to tell from the first 2 minutes of testing here, but I mean, so far it looks like there's no issues. Just double check my rotations. Looks like that's right. These are right. And this should be rotated to the left. These are all facing upwards. 60 sugar. Sugar stations facing that storehouse. Oh, look at that. I jumped to 4th and I'm still selling garlic breadsticks, right? Yeah, I still got some to sell. Yeah, it should be it. I'll be a little surprised if I somehow manage to... Oh, well, there's a road, right? I mean, let's not count that. I'm wondering, like, there's something I forgot. It's just a road. There we go. That doesn't count. I still finished this in 39 minutes. And I'm honestly not sure if that road makes a difference. It probably does though. It's a tiny difference. The brine will eventually go down. I don't need to sell it. I mean, I will put it on auto sell, but I want to use it all. I want to make all the salts I can. Because I think that is the bottleneck. Actually, the bottleneck is both milk and brine or salts. I somehow got them both to be like almost the same rate. Martin says 2 were cheap. When you told on stream I was already buying the wheat stands. Juxies, what's up? 1 dragon enough to sell all of that bread? Yes, actually, you know, assuming everything's balanced here, which it will be once this stabilizes, yeah, it'll be enough. So at a 30-second sell time, it can sell 3,000 items in an hour. And my production rate for garlic breadsticks, by the way, will be 1,250 per hour, assuming everything is perfect. Oh, there it is. I was looking for some picture I took. Yeah, I had this running for like 12 hours on the practice server. And it definitely did do 1,250 garlic breadsticks per hour. Does it show up here? I mean, I suppose I can show you guys a picture of the clean number. You know, right here, there we go. That's gonna be the clean number. I don't think I have it running that long. Well, I mean, I have it running for the rest of the day, but probably not 12 hours. But yeah, eventually these will be the numbers right here. Very clean 1250. You know, it'll sell some excess flour and sugar, but for Dragon, yeah, it's gonna be working almost non-stop, but you know, that's its purpose. And I can't really afford to put the other dragon down. I'm using basically every spot here. There probably could have been a way where I moved the greenhouse somewhere else so I can have another dragon here, but it wouldn't be necessary. Gotta think about the optimization. Skip, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. Spartan says 1 competition reward and Thrifty are in. Awesome. So we got the competition reward for present box according to Spartans. Let me refresh my page. Confirm that I've received them. Yes, I have confirmed that I've received Thrifty Cakery Platinum and 12,000 Gala for getting 8th place on present box, or was it 9th place? It was 8th place, no? It was 10th place. My bad. I don't know. I can't remember numbers currently. 10th place on present box, so that's 12k Gala. Is that right? I know I got 10th place on Sushi Boat. Did I get 10th place on present box? I thought I got 8th place on present box. What? Okay, whatever. What ranking did I get on the present box? My name is Jeff. I think the rewards are for last week, not the present box. Well, that would actually make more sense because I did get 10th place for Sushi Boats. I don't remember getting 10th place for present box. I thought I got 8th place for that one, so you might be right. So the rewards for So look, I'm gonna have to put here that the rewards were distributed both on the same day, because we did get the. No, actually, no. No, sorry, you're right. No, Jeff is right. The Thrifty Cakery is for the sushi boat meta. No, okay, you're right. We got the reward for sushi boats. We didn't get the reward for present box. That makes more sense. And a Gala price should be what, about 0.014 right now ish, probably, like, yeah, like that. So yeah, we still need the present box reward. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I did actually get 10th place on sushi boats. I can confirm it now. There was no funny business that kicked me out. That's cool. Let me see the leaderboard spreadsheet, see if that's updated. Yeah, present box and sushi boats on here. Present box, I got 10th. Planet Bob got 9th. For sushi boat, I mean. For present box, yeah, for present box, I got 8th place. It's on the spreadsheet now. Nice, so my 50th place held. Oh, congrats. That leaderboard spreadsheet, by the way, I'll post it on the comments in case somebody was wondering. If you wanted to go back and check the your ranking on the present box competition or something. Assuming you know how to use Google spreadsheets, you'd have to go to the page all the way at the bottom to check. I got 3,500, so for sure boat. Oh, did he not make top 50 on that one? What happened? What happened to my production rate? Did I even turn update town offline on? I don't remember turning it on. I probably did out of habit, I just don't remember doing it. Oh gosh. Did not expect to get disconnected right there. Sorry, I apologize for the white screen. I forgot to put the pause screen on so that wouldn't happen. I just went ahead and refreshed it right away. Oh, was it because you did the competition on your phone? No, internet was out, so working from phone and had to remember how to build, how my build looked. Yeah, that's right. Okay. That's why. Oh no. Let me go back on my stream and see if I even turned on the update town. I don't think I did. Yikes. There goes like 5 to 15 minutes of progress depending on how long it takes to refresh this. I'm trying to find when I set up auto sell. Okay. Hurry up and load. No, I didn't turn on update town offline. That's insane. I just seen it on the... I'm looking back at the stream. When I set up my auto cell, I didn't have it on. No, the one time I forget to turn it on. What a waste of like 5 minutes. Takes 5 whole minutes to load. That's assuming, you know, the servers didn't go like completely offline. Oh, did anybody else disconnect, by the way? I didn't disconnect. It was just me. Alright, let's turn on update town offline, guys, if you haven't already. Okay, that was only like what? It felt like 5 minutes actually, so. Still third according to this. I might have been first if that didn't happen. Maybe not. Maybe too optimistic there. But strong start so far. I know what Old Town's rate is. I'm not gonna catch up to that. Don't really know anybody else's rate. But the usual suspects will have a higher rate than me for sure. Yeah. Don't know why I got disconnected then. Alright, so we'll let this run again. It'll probably be a more accurate rate now. I will put Brian on auto cell now. Let's do 50. It'll never get to that. It's gonna use all the brine. 875. Actually, I think you have. I've seen you post your rates on the Discord, citizen. I think. Well, the last post said you got to like 820-ish or something, maybe. But yeah, I think over 800 per hour should be safe for top 25. So you could say they distributed the sushi boat competition rewards in time. The only one that got delayed was the present box competition rewards. We got 19 people looking at the playbook. That's cool. Man, I remember the days too when there was like over 100 people or almost 200 people looking at the spreadsheet to the point where Google can't handle it no more. I think 200 is the hard number. Once you try to open the spreadsheet up and there's like 200 people looking at it, it doesn't let you open it up anymore. I think it is 200 or it's over 100, one of those two. I think it is 200. That was maybe back in 2022 when the Downstar Playbook was still on its like first version, I would say. I don't know if any of you remember that. Different colors, different color scheme, different setup. More players for sure. More Web3 hype too. Martin says 1,061 players right now, huh? That is if all Israel players. People seem to speculate that it's only about like 500 players, and the rest are multi-accounts, which kind of impossible to say for sure, but there definitely are people multi-accounting. Well, first of all, like, this number is not a good number to go off, seeing as it's the first hour of the competition. But it usually only goes to like 1,500, right? And I do wonder for Vexy Villages, how many people are actually participating? Because you might have the same scenario, right? Vexy Villages is now paying the top 450. You might only have 500 people participating, which really isn't good. I mean, the win rate is like 90% if that's the case, but it's not a lot of people. Now, Vexy Villages did have a successful first event. I don't know how the second event's going. Maybe it is also going to be successful. That is the reason why they increased the Gala rewards by like 50%, which is a good increase. I mean, they're still figuring it out to see how many people actually play and compete and spend. Let me go ahead and get on Vexy Villages to claim my points. I guess I can try... I don't think it works on BlueStacks anymore, guys. Does anybody else still try playing the Vexy Villages on BlueStacks? Because it just doesn't let me log in anymore. I can try once more. I'm gonna load it up. If not, I'll just do it on my phone. And I'll probably stream for like 30 more minutes, so it'll be at least a little bit shorter than the other stream, seeing as I finish so fast. There is something I want to there is like another stream I'm gonna watch like an hour from now that has to do with another game. Little Nightmares, for any of you who play that. Should find out what the release date of the third game is later today. Martin says 1,800 on Friday, then it suddenly stops. Low stakes slots, I've been using Nox Player. I've heard of that one, I just never used it. Planet Bob says the Vexy NFTs seem to sell better than the last few Townstar NFTs. Yeah, my speculation is just because it's a new game. I mean, you could speculate that, oh, Vexy Villages is easier to play, it's easier to get top 25, obviously, because there's not as many players and you don't have established whales. It's also less. Actually, I don't know. Is it less pay to win? You could argue that it's less pay to win because most of the NFTs that you purchased in the past don't actually affect future competitions, which I hate the sound of that. I hate. Imagine buying an NFT that helps you with one competition only. You could argue some of the Townstar NFTs do that, but no, most of the Townstar NFTs help you in almost every single competition. There might be some, like the electric arc furnace, right? You're only going to use that one once every year or two. But like say a wheat stand will help you with like at least 50% of the competitions. But when it comes to Vexy Villages, you could be buying an NFT and only ever using it once for the additional points. Now, you could also argue that, hey, you can use it all the time. It gives you more bits, but who really cares about the bits? You're going to get bits just from playing the game and doing other stuff. I don't see the point of that. So that's kind of my argument with the Vexy Villages thing. But yeah, it could have more success because it's a new game. You actually buy an NFT for the event, you have a good shot of getting top 25, top 50. There are other problems with the game. I could probably make a video on it, but it's mostly just speculation on my part right now. But it is a simple game. There's that. Not too complicated. Although people say, at first said it's like complicated, they don't know what to do. Hopefully the first video I put out explaining how to actually play the game help people out. Now Gala did put out like a very good PDF of a bunch of information on how to play the game also. I skimmed through that. I also shared it on my Discord, but I think they did a good job explaining how to actually play the game on that. So it would be nice to have something like that for Townstar. I did try loading up Vexy Villages right now on BlueStacks, and it's still not loading up. Well, it loads up, but it doesn't let me log into my account. So like, what's the point? I think it's an issue with the actual Gala Games website that's not loading up on the BlueStacks internet thing. Yeah, who knows? It just doesn't load up. I've tried multiple times. That's unfortunate. I mean, I can still like make videos with Vexy Villages. It's just I wouldn't be logged into my account. I'd be logged into just a vanilla account basically. I'll check it on my phone. I got distracted. I was checking my electricity bill. It's the highest it's been. That's because it's summer. Okay, let me check Vexy Villages. Nice, 1280. That's just because of the extra salt from the extra brine. Milk is for some reason a tiny bit higher. It's fine, I guess. If it wants to be higher than 1250, then why not? I mean, the sushi boats were a little bit lower than what they were supposed to be. Yep, it's full. Vexy Villages, I mean. So I can tell you that I have rank 339. Will they show on screen? Probably not. Who the heck knows? You probably can't see it though. 700 and something points, rank 339. And that's with me barely trying this. Oh, I keep forgetting to apply that visitor boost. Let me apply that. Martin says, sort of game got noticed. We get tech support if you don't earn enough money. Over 2024, I got too little for rent. Help getting a few hundred back. Nice. Oh, okay. Back should be extra. Had that before. Happy, happy, happy. Everyone that's been playing Vexy Villages could tell you this, but there needs to be an animation skip for claiming the resources. There's like no good reason to have your users just wasting time on an animation of claiming resources. Basically animation skips. Like I don't understand why they would even include that. Or basically have a way to skip it. This isn't a Vexy Villages stream or a video to criticize it or anything, or to provide feedback. Maybe that'll be some other video. Maybe that'll be the next video before the next event. Maybe I'll talk more about things I've learned so far. So I'm not like I'm no expert in the game or anything. I mean, so I know some people who have gotten very high ranks, right? Like I know the person who got first place on the first event. He probably didn't get much sleep, or maybe he did. I don't know. Martin says, so insane. What you can earn in the USA is called rich over here. 25k a year is normal. Yeah, that's like very little in here. 35k is doing very good. That's well, that's really still not good here. 45k is doing really, really well. That depends on where you live, I guess. 45k can be enough, but it really, there's a lot of different factors, right? Like, do you have a family? How big is the family? What's your lifestyle? There's obviously people who can live with like 25k a year here if they're like single and they probably don't own a house and they're like living in their car or living with their parents, I suppose. So really, yeah, it just depends on the lifestyle. But no, I know that over in other countries, like it can be way harder to earn money, and you know, you earn less compared to USA, and it's considered good. Then again, everything is cheaper in other countries, supposedly. I don't know if that's true or not, right? I haven't traveled to other countries, but just from what I hear, right, it's harder to make money, but everything is a little bit cheaper to make up for it. It's kind of, USA can have inflation issues, especially in some states, right? You make like twice as much money, but everything's 3 times more expensive, so it kind of makes it worse. But that's just the way it is, unfortunately. And so they call us the richest country. Why not? Which country? Over in the east? UK or what? Since we had a very easy competition this week, the next competition is going to be insanely difficult. It's going to be snow globes and toy tractors and put a sushi boat and a stack box all in there. Just for the hell of it. I hope not though. If anything, if I had a more realistic guess, it would be another garlic meta, something else that's made with garlic. What that would be, I'm not exactly sure. Which recipes include garlic? I might Google that. €230 a liter of gasoline. About $2.45, I guess. I don't know what the conversion is there. I mean, gasoline here is more expensive. But yeah, I'm not familiar with the conversion. I could be wrong. You guys have 1 liter to 1.6 liter engines? Huh, no, you're right. As far as I know, like the cars I've driven and known, yeah, they're 3 liter engines. I'm going to guess garlic pasta. What really is garlic pasta? Are you telling me there's just like a pasta out there that only has garlic? Chicken with garlic? Yeah, that's not happening. Garlic butter shrimp? That could be a thing, yes. Garlic butter shrimp. Garlic salmon? Yeah, it can be a thing. Garlic beef? Nope. Spicy spaghetti with garlic mushroom? Do we have spaghetti in the game? No, we don't. No, I think we have lasagna or risotto, not spaghetti. Garlic bread? Oh, well, that's what we made this week. Garlic mashed potatoes? Not heard of that. Makes me hungry? Yeah. It's about lunchtime here too, so that makes sense. Only lasagna? Yeah. Garlic butter mushrooms? Oh man, that doesn't sound appetizing, but I guess. Garlic roasted potatoes? They would have to add potatoes first. I guess that would be the same case for the garlic mashed potatoes that I mentioned. Aioli, which is basically a garlic flavored mayo or sauce. Yeah, that makes sense. Garlic soup. Hopefully another soup that just happens to have garlic in it. Yeah, they could use lettuce heads and garlic. All right, well, there's a couple of things. To me, like the garlic salmon or the garlic shrimp make the most sense. If we, I guess we would have to do another fishing meta if that was the case. The only difference is they would include garlic, so it's not that different. But I'm not sure what else they could make with the garlic. Well, like, to be honest, you could pretty much put garlic in almost anything in real life when you're cooking. But I'm just thinking of like heavy garlic focused dishes that they could make in Townstar, right? That would require it. Like, how many things would actually require garlic in Townstar? Expect to see a lot of recipe changes? They really could. I don't know if they'll bother. I mean, they've done it before for risotto, right? Or lasagna, one of those, or both of those. I don't remember. They've done it several times for the sushi boats and some of the fishing related stuff. So yeah. Martin, $12 a gallon, is that right? That's insane. 150 per, good for top 400? For top 400? Definitely top 600, top 400? I'm not so sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know, Lazy DC. I feel like it would be a little higher. I have a hard time giving you numbers for like top 400 and like top 225. I'd be better better off giving you numbers for like top 25 or top 50 or something. Old Town, what you talking about? Because I'm about to check NFT Harbor. Nope, you sent me a picture. Damn, that's not good. You sent me a picture before I could even check NFT Harbor. Ooh. Farmer Michelle would be pissed. I gotta talk about this now. Easy Earn says Mystic Garlic Bicycle. That sounds terrible. Oh boy gaming, no garlic please. They will sell our garlic stand then. I'm surprised they didn't sell a garlic stand instead of this next stand that they came up with. Which is something that definitely would sell, but... Ooh... It would really ruin the balance. That's not good. That's a shame if they come out with that. I do wonder if people will complain about this, but seeing as it's found, let's talk about it. No way they did that, Sasandula? Well, let's see. I'm surprised you found this. It's... Oh, never mind. It does have the word tree on it. I wish he was joking. But, let me pull up NFT Harbor. Tree Nursery Stand Epic. Obviously, it's not confirmed yet until they actually say it's confirmed. But it was found on NFT Harbor, so that's concerning. Tree Nursery Stand, an epic one. Unlock the power of Epic Tree Nursery Stand and enjoy passive wood in a 2-tile radius. Damn. That it definitely is game breaking. All in a shade-free design. Placing down NFT gives 10 town points. Seeing as they did a terrible job trying to do any sales with the lampposts thing, maybe they're like, oh, well, we can make an NFT that will definitely sell. But yeah, this is extremely overpowered, even for Epic. But yeah, extremely overpowered. I can't imagine like how much they would sell this. You know, one thing they could have done to sell more lampposts is have the legendary lampposts give 2 passive wood instead of doubling the tractors, because doubling the tractors isn't as important. Doesn't really save you that much space. But this is insane. We need to think of the implications that this would affect on some of the builds. Like, just starting with this, right? What needs wood? Flower needs wood. So what if you had the tree... let's say right here, right? Instead of this tree farm that I just have here, because I needed more wood. What if you had the tree that gives 2 passive wood here, and you have 1 passive wood on these windmills, right? All these. And let's say you had another tree over here. In order for my build to be like full passive wood, I would need several trees. Actually, no. It would be way more overpowered with this. Yeah. Extremely overpowered with this. Holy crap. Everything needs wood? Yeah, everything needs wood. So it's something that you would ideally, you really wouldn't just want to have one of them. I'm talking more about like the top players here, but really this is an NFT that is basically would be top 5 all the time, maybe even top 3. Depends on the price, right? It depends on how you want to think about that. But you could just have the tree farm next to like a full passive milk setup right here that only requires wood, and it would generate milk like crazy. Same thing, you could do that with the wool setup, the chicken setup, the egg setup, I mean. Most of the windmills, of course, with the exception of bright winds, like the people who have bright winds. So basically a lot of things will be nerfed. Like Otan says, Hank Sr. just got assassinated. Yes, assuming you were to buy enough tree farms to not need any lumberjacks, which should technically be possible, it would kill any lumberjack related stuff, really. That's the bad thing about having passive wood. It breaks the game. Somebody should tag Farmer Michelle and just show her that. Like, jeez, I'm sure she would be pissed off too, because she was like the one, supposedly, right? That's what she said. She was the one that was that kept bringing down the idea of a passive wood NFT. Harshal says boycott that sell. Yes, I honestly would recommend you guys actually complain about this, because this would break the game. Although it would make them a bunch of sales, let's be honest, it obviously would generate them sales. It would break the game and possibly ruin the sales for the future. That's the one thing they're not considering, I think. Rahiv says this stand will drop the price of Brightwind. Yes, it will drop the price of Brightwind. They won't be as useful anymore. They still have lower craft time, but the not needing the wood was the thing that was making Brightwind so powerful. So we'll drop the price of Brightwind. Probably will drop the price of Hatchet Hank Juniors. It might even drop the price of legendary tree farms as well. Yeah, it probably will. Even though the legendary tree farms are nice because they only require 1 water and they're a faster craft time, it will still affect them. It's hard to say if you can have a design that's full passive wood. Like, it's possible if you have enough of them. And you really don't even need to have like 5 of those tree farms, right? 5 of these. As overpowered as that would be, and seeing as an NFT like this could probably sell for $500 and people would buy it. But like, if I was to think about it, because obviously it's something that I would get, but I hope never releases. That's the thing. I just hope it doesn't release. I wouldn't recommend him to release that NFT, but it would kind of just go insane with any of the NFT setups. Like, it's just crazy, especially milk, egg, and wool. Yeah, it is crazy. Eddie says, Bright Wind, at least it saves a spot. Senior Hanks might not be necessary for some builds. I mean, Senior Hanks aren't necessary for sushi boats, I can tell you that. But they are basically super useful for a majority of builds. Like, you can see I always use the Hatchet Hank Senior. You would still use it for building everything, but obviously it's not as important as having to actually always use it for the rest of the competition as I'm using it here. Just imagine 3 cents, you have 3,600 lumber per. Oh my gosh, Homeboy Gaming. See, I wasn't even thinking that far. I'm just thinking about my build right now, but you're right, Homeboy. The Superb Mills will actually have more value now because of your example. So although their price won't go up or down, they will definitely have more value. If this NFT was to come out, once again, I'm gonna stop repeating this, but like, obviously I would recommend you guys to pretty much boycott this one. That's not even a good thing for me to say, but this NFT is way too powerful. Like, if you guys want me to even make a separate video about that NFT, I will. But Well, the thing is, they probably will come out with it on Friday. It might even be too late. That's the problem. But seeing as we found it now, maybe we can tag Isma and tell them. Yeah. Can I go on the planner? Let me... Hold on. Give me a minute. OP tree. OP tree, OP tree, OP tree. But yeah, let's agree that it's not a good enough T for the game. O-Town says, I tried to make a comment on the Gala Discord tagging Isma. Said that if they release it, I'll probably play it. It got deleted immediately. I know some, they added some kind of chat filter to auto-delete some stuff since people were spamming on Gala Gold. But yeah, that's messed up. I said something earlier and it got auto-deleted, but I wasn't even talking about Gala. I was talking about something else. So it's definitely a chat filter. I breathe up. I'm breathing. Okay. Rock says, I think Legendary Trees was sold out some time ago. Yeah, a long time ago. No, but this is a stand. This isn't just like a tree. But what Homeboy was saying, right? The lumber setups are just gonna be insane, right? So these are so small. Maybe I can zoom in. Okay, maybe you can't really zoom in though. I'll just keep it like this. So look. You have to really think about like what will builds look like if this exists. Let's just use a weed stand because weed stand, I already know it gives 2 passive. Can you imagine how much lumber this would make? Right here. Pretend these are the 2 passive wood NFTs. You got the water drum, you got the passive energy. You got 4 in a tiny little square. I mean, honestly, if for some reason you had 8 of them, that would work too. So I can't imagine a situation where you would need that much lumber though. But that would work as well. That's freaking insane. This could be done even better, but I don't want to think about it too much. But yeah, Homeboy is right. You could do some crazy shit with the lumber rate. That's just lumber, which you know, lumber is hard to make, right? It's 5 wood. That takes up most of the wood in certain builds. But like we said, the other implications with the animals not needing wood, you know, you got your full milk setups like I do. I can do this with wool, I can do this with eggs, it only needs wood, that's the only thing stopping it from full passive. Windmills on most builds, right, that's just what's taking up majority of your wood. What other things require wood? A lot of stuff. But I'm just talking about like the things that mostly require wood. And then what really would be the point of lumberjacks? That's the problem. Drew says, dang, I finished it. Thanks for the stream. It's still ongoing. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Actually, I was gonna stop streaming about now, but I think I'll stream for like 20 more minutes. I do want to stop streaming before 2 because there is something I want to watch as well. But damn, I wasn't expecting this. That'll be all the lumber the hotel star needs for a competition. Yeah, it will be freaking insane. Like, I haven't even thought how far ahead, like how that would affect certain cash boosts in certain metas. But the very heavy wood and lumber metas would definitely see a huge increase. That's what I would think. I haven't even checked the Discord. Has anybody brought it up? Other than Otan, who says he got his comment deleted. Why would you then buy junior or senior reacting, or you why the loggers? You could argue that you still need wood for other things. You can't just have trees everywhere, because like, think about it. All right, a junior's like, I think you had messaged me, right? A junior was like $40 or something. I'm not sure if that's true. I haven't checked. But would you rather pay, say, 120 bucks for 3 juniors, or like $2,500 for 5 trees? Like, it's a huge difference, right? Obviously the more expensive option is the stronger option, but it is more expensive. You know, people complain about having why not have some cheap NFTs, right? And junior, the Hatchet Junior was probably like one of the best NFTs they sold, even though I don't think it was one of the cheapest, but it wasn't like extremely expensive either. It was a cheaper version of Hatchet Junior. That's why people were excited for it. But now we have this tree coming out, which who knows how much it's going to cost, right? I'm just speculating here. Maybe it'll be part of a gacha pack. Maybe it'll be a 1% chance to get it. Who the heck knows? But right now we're just assuming, we're speculating, right? That's all we can do since they don't give us the info right away. But we're speculating that this would probably be the NFT that's going to be going on sale on Friday. We don't know. Oh yeah, I do see Doofy shared it here too. Like in Warlord, what's up? You usually don't come to visit, like in Warlord. How are you doing? Somebody told you about the new NFT they came up with, huh? Rahib says this would be a very expensive NFC. Don't expect to have 10 of it and not use any trees in your build, my opinion. No, I know, but people will. People are already expecting that. Like, obviously, you could say the top, like the top 3 or the top 5. I'm 5th place right now, but I'm not saying myself. But you could say that the top people who keep spending on the game would probably also want to have like 10 of these tree stands, so they could, you know, maximize their production rate, because that's what they go for, right? Even if they're not profiting, they're trying to get first place and stuff. But it's the same argument we had with the Liberty Bell, right? Liberty Bell came out, everybody's like, no, this NFT is way too overpowered, and it ended up being almost impossible to get or way too expensive to get, and there's only 5 of them in existence right now. 5 or 6, or 5 at play or something. And now people aren't really complaining about the Liberty Bell. But definitely the Liberty Bell was like way too overpowered at the time. The badges are even more overpowered than the Liberty Bell, though the badges are more accessible to get, but it's still very expensive to get them compared to a lot of other NFTs. And yeah, I don't think the badges were a good idea either, especially since it was another gacha sale. That's so annoying. And it definitely generated a lot of money. That sale was a success for the Gala team. That's what they want. Lycan says, good, my brother. Hope you're doing all right, and I don't come by so I don't take over your stream, you know. I'm just so popular. Oh, okay. All right. Appreciate it, Lycan. You're welcome anytime. I mean, I'm not gonna kick you out. Martin says, I said nothing. It was not me. Said Agme from Jeff Noon. Oh, wait, it was me. Oh, no. Yes, but, well, actually, I don't know if Lycan knows, but yeah, once again, there's a very overpowered NFT that might possibly come out. We're left to speculate, right? Because that's all we can do. But let's assume this very powerful NFT comes out. People will be very pissed. I would say, yeah, Yeah, I think I would be upset also because it would devalue the Hatchet Hank and Hatchet Hank Juniors, like I said. Legendary tree farms, it would devalue Bright Winds, which I don't have any of those, but definitely it would devalue those. It would devalue, you could say it would devalue sugar stations, salt stations, seeing as those are only popular because they don't require wood. And there's other stuff too. There's a lot of stuff. I can't think of all of it. I'm sure somebody has more examples, but I can't think of all the other stuff that it would affect. But obviously wood's used in a lot of stuff. If for some reason you were rich and you had enough of those tree stands, you really wouldn't even need wood to build the buildings. It would be extremely annoying to just constantly keep moving them, removing, placing them down to try to build everything with full passive wood. That would be really annoying, but it would be possible. But yeah, but the thing is, I do expect the top players would get 3 of them. Like, let's be honest, if this existed, that's the issue. It would be so overpowered that I would want to get 3 of them and then use it to have full passive lumber. Or what we're calling passive lumber, right? What I just said, it would be possible here. This. Only have 4 of these. I can't imagine ever needing 8, but 4 of them, this would be overpowered right here. Just have all the lumber that you need almost immediately. And like all those tree farms that it would save, like that'd be crazy. Like it says, I remember when I said them selling paved roads was a downfall. No, I don't remember, to be honest. And did people actually complain about the paved road NFTs? Like, they do save you space and time, but they don't actually affect your production rate. Okay, let's be honest, like, we complain about almost every NFC. I remember when the Platinum Seaweed Sand came out, like, that was the first big controversy that I remember. And nowadays, nobody gives a crap about the Platinum Seaweed Sand. It's just another stand. I remember when the Diamond Water Pump came out, that was a controversy. Especially when how the sale happened, right? And the fact that the Diamond Water Pump got an accidental, or who the hell knows, a buff after the Godot version of the game came out, that was unintended. The people that were abusing, supposedly, the Beacon of Lights because it was accidentally buffed to have a bigger radius than it was supposed to, and then when they eventually fixed that, people complained. They're like, why are you fixing this bug that I always used? That's not fair. Now the NFT is weaker than what I originally purchased it for. I don't know if any of you remember the whole controversy with the Beacon of Lights. It had a bigger radius than it was supposed to actually have. And at one point they fixed it and the owners of the Beacon of Light got pissed off. Which makes sense, right? You have an NFT that gets nerfed because it was bugged to begin with, and yeah, you'd be pissed off, right? Frankly, if people if people nerfed the Diamond Water Pump now to what it's supposed to be doing when it was originally sold, people would be upset. I would just deal with it. But definitely people would be upset because some of the people who bought the Diamond Water Pump recently bought it because of the utility it provides now, right? It used to not increase the radius of the passive water drum of normal water pumps and rare water pumps, but now it does. That's the difference. What seems fundamental though? Yeah, wood's used on everything. Discord looks stressed. Oh, I didn't even finish looking at all the posts. I only saw Doofy's post and stopped there. It had like 20 dislikes, not because of him posting it, but just because of the idea of the NFT. Whether they're actually deleting posts or it's the filter, I think it's the filter, but that's just my speculation because I did have the filter affect me earlier. Isma posted something, but it's about the rewards, which was people were complaining about that. So, hold on, let me put up Discord. Lycan says I did. I was saying they're going to make FTs out of everything. Yes, I think that was expected though. That's the problem. That was the expectation. Lycan says, well, nobody cares about the game Broham. Damn addicts, yeah, I remember. Yeah, there's always addicts. I mean, you could say I'm addicted to this game. Obviously, some other people are. Oh, there you go. Martin admits he's an addict. Not really, though. Also, they have AI running in the Discord. Eileen posted or deemed negative. Yeah, they use some kind of auto filter mod or chatbot or something. It's crazy that we're just calling basically anything AI now, but yeah, some kind of auto filter thing. So Isma says, oh, Alexander thinks it's going to be a gotcha sale. But Isma says, hi everyone, regarding the problem for the rewards delivery. The problem has been fixed, and we already start mapping them for an airdrop during today, and tomorrow we'll be seeing those drop. Once it's complete, I will announce it here as well. Thank you for understanding. Like, I'll be honest, it's good that he's at least mentioning this, but it's obviously people don't care about that at this very minute. But yeah, the rewards just got sent out for the sushi boat competition. I don't know about the present box competition. I don't know if that's done yet. No, not yet. I guess that's what he meant by saying this. That it's going to happen. But yeah, Nacho's saying here. Yeah, even Nacho's concerned. You can tell it's a big deal when Nacho or Paramin say something, which I don't know if Paramin's here. But Nacho says, hi Ismo, please check on the messages above. That would send NFT can't be released ever. We'll break the game for good. I think that's about it for now. Wait, was there a Townstar announcement or was it just Doug forwarding? Oh, it was. Okay. It was. Alright, I will forward it too. As it's an announcement. All right. Yeah, I wasn't even gonna stream this long. Probably like another 5 or 10 minutes, but yeah. Yeah. What else? Martin says, "I'm not a pro addict that I know. So an addict tried and failed." Oh gosh, that don't sound good, Martin. Lycan says, "So the trick is to post something positive or at least not negative, then edit the post." Ah, that's actually. Yeah, maybe you figured out the trick. Eddie says, if they do release it, what price would it have to be for us to be fine with it? I.e. the Liberty Bell route. Well, if you think about the Liberty Bell route, that's about 5 grand, if I remember correctly. I did the math at some point. That's a bad way to think about it though, Eddie, but like if you really do want to think about it that way, probably 5 grand. Probably, but that's not a good or healthy way to think about it either. Lycan says the AI part is that it's reading and determining the positive/negative of your post, not just a filter of words. I suppose so, yeah. We have an insider. Who's the insider, Lycan? Definitely not good news though. I don't like the idea of a passive wood NFT. I think it would be too overpowered. And almost everything with the NFTs, it's a biased take, obviously, because I have NFTs. Like I already explained, like in the past 30 minutes, I would negatively impact the value of some of my NFTs, and there's also some NFTs I don't have, which it would negatively impact the value of those. I can't even think of all of them. And there's some NFTs that would be impacted positively. I think the Superb Mills would be probably even more positively impacted because of this withstand, but I really don't care about that. I didn't get any oh, I'll send you photos. Okay, sure. No, yeah, but I don't think there's any issue with speculating. And unfortunately, we have to speculate negatively right here. And hope that they don't actually release it. But you know, when the Liberty Bell was like in question, people said, oh, that's messed up to say that, Zibor. Oh, I don't think he meant to say that though. What was I saying? Yeah, with the Liberty Bell, I think people, like you said, people expected the worst, right? I mean, the Liberty Bell made it to the game, but we didn't want that either. I think he said this jokingly, but Zibor says she failed to save and build the community when she could. I think that's not fair to say, but Fire Michelle did reply. Yeah, she was let go. Obviously, she didn't leave the company or anything. I don't know how many people know that or care. But yeah, she was let go. She did all she could, which I talked about this like 20 minutes ago, right? Likely let go because I cared too much about the community and less about making money. That probably is true. I would believe that because that's how most companies are. Like you could say Gala sucks because of that. Pretty much every company I've worked for, that's the motto. That's really it. A Woodstand though, pretty sure the team had promised never make one because it would break the game. Like I think Martin said this, but it's a different team. That's the problem. Yeah, which team? I know Mal has said it. Yeah, but Mal's not part of the Townstar team no more. I thought that the product manager we had when I was there agreed, but I don't know who is even in charge. Oh yeah, it's I'm gonna reply to her, but yeah, it's a completely different team now. That's the problem. It's a completely different team now. That's the problem. Let me check your message real quick. Oh, that's interesting, Lycan. I mean, I'll take your word for it. That's good proof. He was saying something about an actual AI bot in the Gala Games Discord that scores your messages by some kind of sentiment score. And if the sentiment score is too low, then it would delete the message. I think that's pretty much what you said, right? Lycan. I'm not going to show the post you sent me, but it's basically what you meant. Yeah, and that bot is in the Discord. I see it. I had to search it up. Oh, this is an old bot. I'll still take your word for it, but this is a very old bot. They probably reprogrammed it. Shoot, I think I messed up my notifications. They just announced an NFT sale, guys. Oh my gosh. It's not the tree farm thing though, the tree stand. It's the it's this thing right here that I didn't see earlier. I guess they were just barely putting it on sale. They probably missed the yeah, they were supposed to put this on sale on Friday. They probably had issues, or they just didn't do it because they didn't release the rewards yet. But they're releasing it now. That's what the announcement was. Yeah, Martin, I saw that. Lycan says she would have been fired over a year ago. I mean that's your opinion, Lycan. I mean, I'm gonna have to say that Farmer Michelle did what she could. I talked with her a couple of times. But that's just how the job is. But yeah, she doesn't work for Gala no more. There's nothing she can do. Oh, that one. Oh, I heard about it. No thanks. And that's just me being like my honest like response to you, like, no thanks. I don't want to join that server. But I've heard about it. Spartan says, I predict pizza next week based on the upcoming NFT. You could say that it could be like a garlic pizza, but that's not really the way I'm thinking about it. Cause see, the reason that we're selling the Italian restaurant this week, that one was supposed to go on sale on Friday, not today. It's for this competition. That's why they were doing that. It's not for the upcoming competition. The upcoming competition might not even have Italian restaurant. We don't know. If I had to take a stab at it, I like the idea of it maybe being salmon, garlic salmon. But when you start to think about the tree NFT, like if they were actually to release that on Friday, it would be something that requires a lot of wood, which means it would require a lot of lumber. The thing that I can think that requires a lot of lumber is like a steel meta, you know, something that requires iron, chromium, limestone. Those require a lot of lumber. I actually don't think the corrupted sands would be devalued. Must have just done something to the game. I had a huge ass lag spike right there. I was about to get kicked off. No, I'm just saying I don't think the next competition doesn't absolutely have to have an Italian restaurant just because they're selling it for this meta. But really, what else can I say? I mean that sucks. Yeah, I would say. Oh, I didn't. Odd. Okay, Zebor left a comment, but it didn't go through on my YouTube. Honestly, I don't know if it was auto-filtered because I also don't see it on stream here, and I don't see it on Streamlabs. But as Zebor was saying, I didn't mean to say we got used to here, but she screwed the development of the community and it went down under her watch. She's responsible. It was your business, you wouldn't keep her. I mean, I suppose it's hard to say whether or not for sure it was her fault or not. I mean, it sucks that she was like treated as a punching bag because like she even knew that was part of the job. Kind of hard to feel sorry for her, like, because that sucks. You don't want to be treated like a punching bag even if it's your job. And there are some jobs where like that's the case, right? Like you're at the bottom of the company, you just got to be treated as a punching bag because, you know, you're getting paid. To what you get paid to do to get treated as a punching bag. I mean, you do have a little bit of power, but it's usually not as much power as other people expect you to have. I've been in that situation before. It sucks. But who knows? You know, I could be wrong. I don't know everything. Losek Slot says the Isle of Wight in the UK, they sell garlic ice cream. Oh, that sounds terrible. I don't like the idea of garlic ice cream. Martin says, honestly, I'm bored with the game seeing this all. I end up 1100. If I don't do super good, then watching dub is still fun. Appreciate that, Martin. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say if the game's not fun, then probably should take a break. I know some people did take a break. They ended up coming back to the game. No, some people, obviously. I think most people that end up taking a break or say they take a break, I don't think I see them again, but some of them do come back. Just depends on how much you miss the game, I guess, or care about it, or care about Web3 in general. Lycan says garlic, some sort of pesto pasta. That makes sense too. I was googling some potential things that could be made with garlic. But seeing that as they just added that, then yeah, something that would require garlic next week maybe, but it's not confirmed. Yeah, some of my garlic farms are on a yellow craft timer. That's on purpose, just because I have the fancy barns here. But it's 2 p.m. my time, at least. Like I said earlier, there is another stream I want to watch. I think they will announce the release of Little Nightmares 3, another game I was looking forward to, hopefully this year. So I'm gonna watch that in a moment. Probably should eat something. I don't think I even make lunch. I'll probably just eat some snack at this point. But I'm done with my build, by the way. Definitely 1250 per hour. The only reason it's a little bit higher, I would assume, is because I had extra brine. Maybe it is doing better than it's supposed to. I don't know why. If it is, I'll update you on the Discord. That happened to someone else in the past. Oh, but I'm not. No, I'm not deleting your comment on the YouTube stream. I don't know why that happened. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. Thank you all for being here. Once again, yeah, share your sentiment about the possibly new NFT on the Townstar discussion channel, because that's really all you can do at this point. Last thing I will say right before I end the stream, and yes, thank you, Rachel. Thanks, Ives. Thank you, Lycan. Take care, homeboy. Good luck on the competition. Thank you. Thank you, Juxies. Last thing I will say right here, because Isma just said it, so I might as well include it. Isma said, I have read all your comments regarding the Woodsend concern. I'm asking the team to clarify the extension of the NFT. I will be back with information during the day. Yeah, share any information you see about this. Feel free to share it on my Discord as well to talk about it. One thing they could do is limit it to not work on everything, maybe only passive wood for certain things. It would still be very overpowered though, so I'd rather it not exist at all. Yeah, I saw that, Martin. But yeah, once again, thank you all. I will see you all on Friday, but as usual, be on my Discord. Take care, everyone.